Hey everyone, today we're joined with Tina McLarty, a local Saultite who has just taken it upon herself to start making masks for people who need it in the Sioux, and she's so far raised over $10,000 and has donated that money to some local charities around town. Tina, where did you come up with this inspiration to start making these masks?
Well, a guy at work told me that his wife was going to start making masks for the hospital. So I realized that there was a post on Facebook. So I was sent home that day and I found the post, and it was by Kristen Smiley, and her daughter works in the hospital front line. And I got in touch with her. She spent $1,500 of her own money buying filters, wire, fabric to make masks. So I started making masks and giving them to her, and that's how it all started.
And now, right now, you're making these masks. Where did you get all the material? Have people been donating it to you? Are you going out on your own time, using your own money to get the material? What's going on there?
I had uh, lots of cotton fabric because I was making stuff for the Cancer Society, and I didn't realize I had as much cotton fabric that I actually had. So I used every stitch of fabric that I had. My mother gave me fabric, and I have probably about 1,000 Facebook friends, and there was a big shortage of elastic in town. The only place you could get elastic was Walmart, and obviously they sold out right away. I probably a good 2 months I got elastic from friends. Um, Trio Supply gave me wire. I have friends that own businesses in Windsor that sent me elastic. Barb's Embroidery in Thessalon, she gave me elastic. I had fabric given to me by Life's a Stitch from Robin, and I've just had a generous amount of friends. My friend Julia Hannanen, she her company, she bought a bunch of fabric and donated it to me. So the first few months when there was nothing, when Fabricland wasn't open, I was very lucky to have friends giving me sheets and pajamas and whatever they could find for me to make these masks.
Wow, that's really incredible to see the community come together the way they have. And like you said, you have over 1,000 Facebook friends, so I'm sure those messages and DMs came in pretty quickly. How long have you been making them for?
Middle of March. Yeah, that's when I started making it. At first, I started making them for the hospital, and my friends, I post pictures because I was proud I'd never made a mask before. I watched a YouTube video on how to make them, and my friends all started asking me, "Can I buy a mask?" And so I thought, oh, geez. So I thought, okay, $5. I'll charge $5 for my masks. And I said, well, they originally was supposed to go to the hospital, so I started donating the money to the hospital. I ended up giving 1,500 to the hospital, and then it just become contagious that I just wanted to give money to other organizations that were suffering. So I tried posting on Facebook that I'm selling masks, but I was blocked. They wouldn't allow you to sell masks because they thought that they were medical masks. So the word mask, you weren't allowed to post it. So I found a way around it. I have a Relay for Life Facebook page, and I posted my masks on there, and I shared that onto these selling sites, and that's how I got around selling these masks.
Way to think outside of the box. And you sent me over the list of where you've donated locally in town, and I mean that's so phenomenal. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm sure that all the organizations appreciate it as well. And you're just selling them for $5. What are you doing now? Because we know you've already donated about $10,000. Are you doing anything further?
I'm not sure right now. I've started back to work, so it's a little bit more complicated for me to do that, but I'd like to in the future donate again for sure.
Oh, that's great, Tina. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and for doing what you're doing. I mean, like you said, this is the first time you ever made masks. It's great to see that it's going so well.
Yes, I've made about 3,000 masks to date. It's crazy. And a bunch
3,000,
I
wow.
learned, I actually the lady Kristen Smiley had asked about caps, that they needed caps at the hospital. So I went online and tried to figure out how to make a pattern for masks. So I did it. I made a pattern to make masks, and I made 62 masks for the hospital. And I
Wow.
also looked online how to make ear savers, and I've donated about 150 ear savers to the community. My daughter works at the hospital as a cleaner, and she's been handing them out at the hospital to frontline workers.
Oh, that's really phenomenal. Now, our final question, how long are you going to be doing this for? Do you, like, once the pandemic's done, are you kind of going to stop, or do you think you're going to continue this for a little bit?
I think I'll continue it as long as it's needed. After that, I'd like to get a life back and do other things. Maybe enjoy my summer a little bit would be nice.